You are now tuned into Two and a Possible, where losing is not an option. Here is your host, the Goddess.
Hey, and I'm back, everybody. What's up? I got my homie here, my lovely co-host, Aunt Night. What's up? And I'm so excited because the possible today is one half of Whoreible Decisions.
Hey.
Mandii. What's up, girl?
Hey, thank you guys for having me. This is super cute, by the way. I just have to know. This is super cute. I love your cover art. I love everything. Thank you guys for having me. I do want to sit here and apologize because I was on CP People Time today, and I be getting on our guests for coming up late, and I was late, but... Thank you guys for having me.
Can I tell you that you look amazing?
Thank you, girl. Thank you. I'm in my little thigh outfit today because it was raining, and I was like, I can't even look cute in the rain. So I just threw this little thing on. But thank you, girl.
We're not mad at that.
I'm trying. Hey.
Okay, so you ready for my icebreaker?
Oh, y'all have icebreakers.
Yes,
Let's go.
yes.
Let's go with the icebreakers.
Okay.
We're going to get right into it.
What is the dirtiest message you have ever sexted?
The dirtiest message I've ever sexted?
Yes. Are you into sexting?
Am I into sex things? Do you not know my show, my podcast? So everything that I've texted, I've kind of okay. So probably no, I'm lying. So probably the most freakiest thing that I've sexted that I haven't done, like I've told a guy I wanted maybe like him and his friends to like I want to take all their dicks. And double penetration. I mean, we've had those type of talks, me and this guy. So like, I even send him like gangbang pornos. Like that's kind of, I know it's his thing, and it's kind of something that I would be into doing. But I've been too scared to even try DP, double penetration. So I think that's probably the freakiest thing, only because I haven't done it. But I think I've done freakier shit than that.
Right.
I've cum swabbed, I've pegged a guy.
Wait, so you were just talking shit? You wasn't really like?
No, I would do it. I mean.
Yeah, I'm coming for you. Yes. Yes, I'm coming for you.
It's like I don't know the situation we would have to be in, and then I'm really picky. Like I'm super shallow, so I'm like, nigga, your friends can't be fat, they can't be short. Like I need the friends to look like what the pornos be looking like. It be good looking niggas with all big dicks. Like I need that type of scenario. You know, is that
What about you, Aunt?
Oh yeah, what's the freakiest thing you done ever sexted?
Not that. I'm more along the lines like I know that I think more recently I was fucking oh my god I was so smacked. I was like, yo, come get fucked. But this is like a girl that
are y'all in high school? Wait, real quick, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Come get fucked?
No. So this is someone that like we never had no intimate relationships. Like it was like we was cool. So like. The next morning, I woke up because I got dubbed. I got curved.
I would have curved you too. I would have curved you too with that text.
And I looked at it. And I deleted it. I was like, nah, this never happened.
It doesn't matter. You know, it didn't take it away just because you deleted it. Like she
probably screenshotted it too.
I don't care.
And sent it to
I
all
blocked
her
her.
friends.
She's blocked.
Oh my god.
Now for me, it would be. I want you to come on my face, but it has never happened. I was just bullshitting too.
Wait, real quick. Are you guys?
This is why we got you here, Mandii. This is why we got you here. Okay.
Am I in the twilight zone? So the freakiest thing you've ever texted is "come get fucked," and the freakiest thing you've ever texted is "come on my face."
Yes.
Niggas don't be texting. Like, just quiet.
Oh my
what you
god.
mean?
I think I texted both of those things when I was in high school on my like my fucking chirp. Like,
doing that over the walkie-talkie is crazy.
Why the fuck? Wait, come on my face. Oh my god, y'all are so vanilla.
Listen, don't judge.
Y'all are
this
so
is why
vanilla.
you're here. This is why you're here.
Of course.
Okay.
I never said I was on some other shit.
Nah, you vanilla as fuck. Come get fucked. I wish a nigga went.
Okay, so I want to know, how did you become so open-minded and comfortable exploring your sexuality?
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like that had a lot to do just like my mom was super open. She wasn't talking to us really about sex but she was just always comfortable with herself. I was always open with my sexuality. Also, like when I was young, I was sneaking to watch Talk Sex with Sue Johansson and Bliss, and I was reading Zane books. And
shout out to Zane.
You know, shout out to Zane. So like even being as young as I was, being open to those type of things, the things you read in Zane books are kind of fucking freaky. And I was reading these at 11, 12, 13 years old. So I think that got me to thinking it was a lot more normal than I think the masses think of sex. And then it just got to where I started becoming comfortable in speaking very sexual with the guys I was dealing with. not going to condone it, but I was also dealing with older guys when I was younger.
And now she like them younger.
Now I like them young, bitch. Give me the little young tenderoni. But when I was younger, when I was exploring and first having sex, I was dealing with older men.
Right.
And one guy in particular, he definitely took his time with making sure I was pleased with what points to pressure, and we would just talk about a lot of things. If you listen to the podcast, this is also the guy that I did the golden shower with. He was just super open sexually, and I think his way of being open with sex got me to be open with sex.
Right.
So I started openly discussing sex with my friends, with my family, with my other partners, and then it was just like, bitches, we just fucking. This ain't, this ain't
so
nothing.
Let me tell you, I listen to Whoreible Decisions,
God.
right? And I feel like it don't get more vanilla than me.
Vanilla.
I'm going to be 29, and I'm like, yo, I haven't even thought of half of the things that you guys
had come on your face?
No.
Wow, you wildin'. I mean, I haven't had come on my face either, but I'm saying, you wildin' right now.
I said on a previous episode, last year was the first time I ever got a thumb in my butt.
Okay, I have a problem. I have an issue with that.
What's the issue?
So, don't text me real crazy and then you pull up on some different. Don't text me, oh, Poppy this, Poppy that, and you don't even talk like that.
So a lot of girls do that. A lot of girls do that. But I think that also comes from us reading these books. We have a vivid imagination when it comes to sex, but I feel like there's so many people who won't act on those sexual cravings and things. And I ain't even gonna lie, she making me so sad right now because I only decided to come on the podcast because I was like, oh, she fine, I could probably fuck. But but now
I'm like, she probably came on because I'm pretty.
Because she's pretty. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, oh, she kind of cute. I wonder if she in the Bronx. She look like, she up in the Bronx. But now I'm here and she's like, I'm so vanilla, and I'm like, oh
so
God.
Fuck it, turn on.
I'm already here.
She's still here till tomorrow, right?
It's funny because I was.
She's here till tomorrow.
I'm here now, but yeah, you're very pretty. Yes.
But thank you. What would your advice to the women like me that want to spice it up or that want to
listen to Whoreible Decisions,
have a whole phase?
I would say, of course, not only to listen to our podcast, but I feel like in order to become sexually liberated, you have to be comfortable with yourself.
Right.
So I think it's very important that as women, we know what turns us on and we communicate that.
Right.
So I've mentioned myself, I'm not aroused by head. So I might not be as open to dealing with a guy who enjoys giving head.
Right.
And so just knowing what pleases me, what turns me on, and being aware of how I can make myself come, that's been the biggest way for me to enjoy sex and become more sexually liberated, because now I know what I want in a partner.
Right.
A lot of people who have multiple partners or who aren't comfortable with themselves sexually get into situations with men where they're not being pleased. So they're like, why am I doing this?
I feel like that's my whole life.
Yeah, why am I doing this? And I think that I've reached a space now where I'm not having sex just to have sex. If you're not going to make me come, if we're not going to have sexual chemistry, if I'm not going to be aroused in a way that I know fulfills my sexual cravings, then there's no reason for us to have sex.
Right.
So for a woman who wants to explore more of those sexual cravings, before she can sit there and expect a man to please her, she needs to be 100% aware of what exactly turns her on and what can arouse her and make her come.
Right.
Because you can't sit here and expect a man to know if you don't know.
Right. So where does that start? With masturbating, watching porn?
I masturbate every night. I watch porn and I think it's ruining my visual with even how I think of things. But I think it also comes from just having a partner who's open to communicating with you about what you guys are doing in the bedroom.
Right.
Being able to be vocal about, I don't really like when you do that. Can you do this? Or talking about things that you want to explore. We talk about a lot of kinks on our show, and I wouldn't even want to have sex with someone who I feel like would judge me for something that may turn me on. We were even talking about, I just got done recording, and Weezy had sex with someone who wanted his nipples played with the whole time. And that wasn't something that she was really into, and I feel like if that was something that was maybe discussed prior, you would know, okay, maybe I can't ask her to play with my nipples.
Right.
So I think that as a woman, if you like getting head, if you like a man who kisses you, if you like being choked, if you like being slapped, if you like a big dick, if you like a thumb in your butt, these are things that maybe need to be discussed with your partner.
Right. But what if I don't know? I don't know what I like.
You
Like,
gotta start exploring. Though.
Right.
Dude,
I mean, you got my number now, girl. You got
I
my
know.
number. What's up?
Can I shadow you for a week?
She want an intern. Need an internship.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm into voyeurism too. So I always be asking my
Okay.
friends to watch me fuck, and they'll be
Right.
like, "Oh my god, nah, nah." I
I'll
think
be in there taking
I think,
mental
right,
notes,
I
like,
think they're
okay.
also scared that I'm gonna want them to join in. But I mean, that's something again. Maybe watch porn.
Right.
Maybe watch more porn and different porn.
Watch mad porn.
Porns that you might not even think you might be into. Like, look up verbal porn, look up cream pies, look up golden showers, watch gay sex, watch lesbian sex, watch different things to where you can then get into tune with what turns you on about the opposite sex or the same sex or what body parts and what intrigues you and what you want to try. And then have a partner who's willing to try that with you.
And it's funny because I'm in a relationship right now. He's like, he's
whack.
not
I'm already
submissive at all. And I'm like, he's like, you don't want to do nothing. And I just feel like I'm not comfortable.
Wait, so are you saying that?
Oh,
Like,
you're a dom.
Are you
I
like?
don't know.
Are you a
I
dom
don't
in the
know.
bedroom?
Like, I like to make the first move and stuff, but I don't mind being submissive. It's just since I've never done a lot of things, I'm like, okay, maybe we could baby steps. Like, take it
What's
slow.
a baby step?
Like,
what has he wanted to do that you have not wanted to do?
Like coming on the face.
Bro, that's
What is?
like
Wait, hold on.
Like, I'm not ready for anal.
Wait, all right, that's two different joints.
Yeah,
But
word.
what is it? What, like, you have a reservation about getting your? You know what I'm saying?
I think what it is, I
Cameron
get
said,
in
"I
my
got something for
head
your
too
face."
much. Like I overthink everything. Like,
have you swallowed nut?
Yeah.
So why can't it go on your face?
You're not gonna get pregnant if it gets on your
But
face.
I think about, like, damn, like, how am I gonna lick with that on my face?
like
It's
a
not a
porn
look.
star and it's sexy.
And if it's a look, you're gonna get it all.
But not
You
only
feel
that,
me?
or like I'm really big, so I prefer to swallow like the partner that I'm having sex with. I don't really like when cum is on me because I feel like it's even nastier. So I'd be like, oh, you so nasty, and I run and take it off. So that's something you could always do. You could just if that's something that he wants to do, I think it's important for you to please him as well.
Yeah.
And to me, that's something where it's not like he's asking to stick some weird things up in you or asking for another person to join. If it's just a facial, girl, and I'll tell you it's good for your skin too, girl. So there you go.
Like, throw the Noxzema out.
Yo,
Take the
I
cum
hate
shot.
you, man.
Take the money shot. What you mean?
Right,
Like,
there
this
you
is where we
go.
at.
Yeah, but I think that just needs to be communicated. And being that you ain't experienced no shit, you might need to go ahead and break up with your boyfriend and get a new nigga because
Yo, on some real shit, I think you just need to be turned out. Like, I think that's just what it comes down to.
So
like,
I basically need to be submissive to everything that he
no,
wants.
but you
no,
don't
no,
because
no,
I'm a
no.
dom. Like, I consider myself dom. I hate being submissive. Like I said, like, I've pegged a guy, so I've been into the act where I've put on a strap on and fucked a guy. I've done a golden shower, which is where I've pissed on a guy before. So I've experienced a lot of these things being on the dominant side of things in the bedroom. And without having to be submissive, I'm able to still be aroused and still come. So
Gotcha.
there's no saying that you have to be sub for him. However, if he is a partner who is aroused and comes off by submission and you don't know how to be submissive, that's where it could be a problem.
Yeah. It makes
yeah,
sense.
that
It
makes
makes sense. So I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
How do you separate sex and emotions? Because I feel like you
I do
are
it
like
all
the
the
queen
time.
of this.
Oh,
you just
yeah.
hold your breath.
do
If
it.
you hold your breath, you don't
Here-
catch no
here
feeling.
you go. Shut the fuck up. Right. Let's just hold our breath. So I am very big with purpose
Right.
of things. And I am also aware that everyone can serve different purposes and everyone does not hold the same purpose. I also feel like you can love someone but not be in love with them. And so to me, when it comes to sex, because I do crave sex often and a lot and I want to be pleased, I still do look at the whole package. And so if for whatever reason I feel like you're not boyfriend material, or I couldn't envision myself having a life with you, or if you're someone who I never want to have raw sex with because you're broke and you probably can't afford the plan B or the abortion, what the fuck we doing? Like,
Yeah.
I literally weigh in all things. I mean, I'm
wait,
just saying.
Stop. If you
What?
can't afford a plan B, that's
Niggas
crazy.
can't afford the $50 plan Bs.
Wait,
I'm just
PSA,
saying.
PSA, plan B on Amazon is $29.95.
Wait, is it really?
I'm not gonna hold you.
Wait,
Oh,
the name
no.
brand?
Why
The
would you
name
know
brand.
that?
Why wouldn't I know that? Nigga, I'm
I'm
out
talking
here.
about this
baby.
nigga stocking up on plan B.
I'm not stocking
you
up, but I got
Amazon
it for the
Prime
low. Nigga, I got it
users.
for $39.96 if you
I
need
did
that.
not
Hit me
know
up.
that. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So when it comes, because a lot of people feel like sex and emotions go hand in hand. But to me, as someone who wants to be pleased sexually and has a sexual craving herself, I feel like I know what we are compatible in. And so I have a guy who I mention often on the show. His nickname is 24/7. He can get it whenever the fuck he wants. It's fucking that great.
The
it's
nigga you won't bring to corporate. Yeah, we know.
No, yeah, him. So the issue with him is, though, like, I don't think I could ever see myself being with him. And I don't believe in starting a relationship or being with a person just to say we're boyfriend, girlfriend. If I don't see you as my husband, if I don't see you as someone who I would want to be the father of my child, we don't need to even play these games. Like, if we know why we enjoy each other and what we like doing with each other, let's keep it like that. I mean, of course, there are times where emotions do get involved and you start to see the person more, especially when you're adding in intimacy, affection, you're kissing each other. Now you're going on dates even though you're just fucking. Now, those type of situationships, I don't really get myself involved in. If we just fucking, we just fucking. And that's it. Like, I'm not making it to where we're teasing each other, going on dates, seeing each other's family and doing all that, because that's when emotions get attached.
Family's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So to me, it's easy for me to separate because I put them in a bucket like, this is what you are to me and I love everything you are to me. And unfortunately, you can't be more, but that's because I know what more entails. And you can't be that person. But that doesn't mean I'm going to completely eliminate my interaction with you because you can't be more. Yeah. Because, nigga, your dick is good, and I'm going to keep getting the dick forever.
Well, kudos to you, because I can't separate it. Like, me
a lot of women can't.
Me and my boyfriend, we tried to be fuck buddies, and then next thing you know, I was fucking crazy. And I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. I'm dickmatized now.
Blocked.
Like, I can't do it. Really?
Right.
I don't do that.
How do you separate it then?
I just blocked. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, no, so, like, for me, it's kind of similar like what she was saying. Like, if I don't see you in a certain light, then you're going to stay in the dark. Like,
you're going to stay in the dark,
like,
and that's
it. It's not really a conversation for me. I'm one to live in the gray area a lot, but at times, like, I understand what I like. Like, what she was saying, like, what you like, you got to know what you like. Even outside of the bedroom, you got to know what you'll accept, what you'll tolerate, the type of shit. So, like, I'm not going to lie, I've had a lot of musty, ashy nights where I did a lot of bullshit that I wouldn't do if I wasn't drunk or whatever the case may be. And if that's the case, then you're not.
So I want to ask you, have you ever been having sex? And I guess we're just going to move this to the male perspective. Have you ever been having sex with a girl and it was just sex, and then maybe you caught yourself catching feelings for her? Was that something that ever happened for you?
No. Like, I'm kind of cold. I'm a cold type of person. Like, I'm really, like, dismissive. And if I know that I want to take it to that level, then that's in my mind already. Like, I'm not debating within myself, like, oh, damn, we fucked, and now I think that I'm in love. It was never like that. Like, I already know off rip. Because half the time, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all niggas, and I feel some type of way about saying this, but I have a lot of, like, one-night stands. If any of my bitches are listening, disregard.
Right, disclaimer.
So, like, I already know, like, off that, if I'm having a one-night stand, I'm probably not, unless, like, if we started off early in the day, we went on a date, and we interacting, and we talking, and we connecting, then I could see you as more. But if I met you on a late night, if I met you at 1 a.m., we go to my crib, I'm waking up at 6 already off rip. I don't got shit to do, but I'm saying I got to go to work just to get you out. Like, that's how it goes. That's the game.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, and of course, men probably definitely don't tie emotions as much to sex as women do, but I think that that's the whole thing too, with going back to being sexually liberated. I feel like a lot of women put sex as a value to them, or feel like a man values you once you give them your body, and that's not the case either. So when you get to the point to where you're having sex for your enjoyment and not the enjoyment of the other person, or having sex with him because then maybe he'll like you more, or maybe now he'll be my boyfriend since I gave him pussy, or
don't do that.
or giving, or you know, if a guy wants a threesome, you giving him a threesome because you think it's gonna make him like you more, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, so all of those things tied into, because I'm so fully aware of myself and what I want from a partner, what I want from a sex partner, what I want from an interaction with a human being, whether it's friendship, business-wise. I just know you're going to go into a bucket that I put you in.
Right.
And so that's how I kind of separate.
So for the women that are listening to this and they're like, you know what, I'm going to put my feelings to the side. I'm going to figure out my body. I'm going to figure out what I like. I'm going to get it all together, watch porn. They find a guy that they want to have sex with. is it mandatory to have or to give oral sex on the first night?
You asking the wrong bitch because I like sucking dick.
I
I really like sucking dick. So to me, it's all about a vibe thing. Again, I'm someone who doesn't really care for head. Me personally, a lot of men like head, and a lot of men maybe don't give head or don't give it good anyways.
Right.
So to me, oral sex is a part of sex. Like, I don't see how people even have sex without somebody giving each other oral sex. But I would say that it's definitely not mandatory. However, because I'm good at it and I enjoy doing it, I definitely go down.
Want to do it.
However, I will say, disclaimer, if it's circumcised.
No thanks.
Wait, is it uncircumcised? Which one is the one with the turtleneck dick?
Turtleneck is uncircumcised.
Okay, if it's that, it's not going in my mouth.
Why not?
No.
Why?
Because I have dick sucking skills for a circumcised dick.
So pull the turtleneck
I'm not,
down.
I'm not,
turn into a crew neck.
That's
What you
way
mean?
too much fucking
Turn
work.
this shit into
It's too much work. I'm not going to be pulling down skin and working on it. I
feel like it's
I don't like
dirty.
the extra skin.
I don't know. I think
That's
of like
stigmas.
Yeah,
crazy.
the schmegma
Dirty.
shit. Yeah, no. Oh, you said stigma. I'm
said
talking about
The
schmegma.
stigma against schmegma is
It's
crazy.
disgusting. No, that's what I'm saying. But no, if it's I like a certain dick. So even if it's small, I don't like small dicks. So I'll either say, oh, we can't do this, or we'll probably just fuck because I'm in the mood. But I won't suck a little dick either.
Okay.
So I mean, it's preference. It's what you're comfortable with. A lot of people maybe feel like it's degrading to suck a guy's dick early, and there's a whole conversation with that. But to me, again, it's part of sex. If you're gonna have sex,
no, it makes sense.
go
It
the
makes
whole
sense.
route.
What's
And
your
you-
take
so-
on that?
You don't like sucking dick?
No, I'm like Cuddy.
Sucking
I'm
dick is
like
something.
Cuddy.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like it is too many things going on that we got to do. Like, you got to
It's
use
really
your
easy.
hands,
You eat hot
gotta
dogs,
spit.
I'm about to tell you
bananas,
to hang that shit
popsicles.
up. Hang it up.
Have you ever had
Throw the whole
anything
sex
cylinder
away.
in your mouth?
Right? I might as well just be a
The
virgin
whole sex.
for the
sex
rest of
away.
my life,
Become
right?
a nun.
Yeah,
because,
might as well. I might as well. Because
oh my
it's
God,
sad.
you're probably the most vanilla person I've ever met.
Right?
And I have some pretty vanilla
It's
friends.
sad.
Oh,
That's foul.
I might be
Yo, you
getting
did-
cheated on right
You
now.
disrespecting
you know,
yourself.
probably. I
Yo, have some respect for yourself and suck a nigga dick or something. Stop
You
playing.
know,
Like,
suck
fuck
a
you
nigga
mean?
dick or something.
You
No,
feel
but
me?
you have a whole boyfriend, and I feel like it sucks because you're saying these things, or you're self-proclaiming yourself to be vanilla and haven't tried all of these things. And I'm kind of feeling kind of sad for your boyfriend because it's like,
I feel sad for
what
you
is
too.
his
I
sex
do
life
too. I
like?
don't know.
Like,
Right,
Damn.
right.
how long have y'all been together?
Over 2 years.
Yo, shout out to you.
Are
my
you
nigga.
guys in a
Word.
monogamous relationship, or would you allow him to
DK.
be?
No, I can't. I'm too crazy. My
So
emotions are too involved.
Wait, so if your emotions are mad involved, but your oral isn't, we're gonna have an issue.
That's what I'm
You know
saying,
Like,
right?
there's
But
an
your
issue
mouth
here.
not
I'm saying,
involved.
Like,
The
It
fuck?
sounds
I need a
crazy.
balance
I
out
know.
here.
Like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like my maybe like lack of confidence in the bedroom. Like maybe I don't know. I wish I could
Son.
pinpoint it and tell you, well, this is the reason why I don't give head. Or this is why I don't like to do it. But it just seems like too much work. I overthink it. I'm like, okay, now I got to spit on it. Now I got to use my hands.
Nah,
now I
all
gotta
of
do
it.
thinking
this.
too much. You know what you need?
I'm
You
thinking
need a
about
couple
my teeth.
shots
I
of
have
Henny.
big teeth. Like,
You do have big teeth.
Let's not. I got big teeth. Let's not even sit here and start making excuses.
You
for
got
yourself.
big teeth too.
Now she's sitting here making excuses,
She
and I
is.
suck a mean dick. So I'm gonna need you to like.
all right,
but
so
see,
yeah,
I
what's
take
your
feel
them
like
dentures
top
out.
3 go-to like tips on giving
for
head?
sucking dick. So again, it depends on the guys. Some guys don't like hands. Some guys like hands. So again, you would have to know your partner for that.
Okay.
But using hands can work, especially if it's the dick is big enough. Definitely, do the salt shaker.
The salt shaker?
The salt shaker where you do that.
The
So I
beef
would say,
stroganoff.
I would say,
all
use
that.
use your hands. Definitely a lot of spit. And so there's a trick too, as far as to make it spitty. If you put the dick down your throat to where it hits your gag reflexes, but you don't necessarily have to gag the whole way. It creates more
I'll fuck around
saliva.
and throw up.
Yeah,
You gonna throw up.
Yeah, I'ma throw up.
No, see,
You
it
throw
creates
up.
more saliva, so a lot of guys like it to be wet.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and then another thing that I would say is to actually suck. A lot of girls may think that they just have to put their mouth on the dick and that's doing something. I think to actually have the sucking motion going on and
Right.
and licking and spitting
I'm
and
taking
kissing.
notes. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, do all
Don't
of
worry,
it.
boo. I'm coming home.
Yeah. No, No, but definitely like it's a art. And I will say too, this is a tip. And maybe this is something you'll have to work on. When you give a guy head, it's more enjoyable for him when he knows that you're enjoying it. And so if you're a woman who doesn't like giving head, and that shows that the niggas know when you doing it and you don't want to do it.
I see you.
And so then it becomes not enjoyable for the man.
Yeah.
So I have had guys say, like, I enjoyed the way you sucked my dick because I know you were having fun. So, like, you enjoyed what you were doing, and you know, like, I felt like you were enjoying it just as much as I was.
Right.
And so when a guy can tell that you're doing it just because he maybe asked, but you don't want to do it, then it takes the fun out of it, and it's not as pleasurable for the guy.
Right.
Don't worry, baby. I'm going to shadow Mandii, and I'm going to learn all this new stuff, and you ain't going to go nowhere.
Right. Don't treat it like you washing dishes.
No,
Damn.
Right.
Okay, so I have these cards here, right?
This girl got a whole... I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
This section is called Draw Two. So you're allowed to draw two that you want to talk about.
This one we've already talked on, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to talk about this. So I decided to draw this one, and it says, what is the most overrated position? Ooh. You could probably know what I'm going to talk about on this. I would say the most overrated position is writing. Because
really? I
love it. Are you writing?
No, I am not a fan of writing. And again, that's something I've had to communicate. Like, I've had niggas be like, get on top, and I've looked at them and just rolled the fuck over. Like, nigga, I'm not doing that. Like, and I mean, I did just lose weight, so I think it was harder for me 50 pounds ago to get on some dick. But even now, it's just like, it doesn't do anything for me personally.
Right.
So I'll tell a guy up front, like, I ain't into riding dick. And so if that's your thing, we might not need to have sex because I don't be wanting to ride dick.
Yeah.
To me, that's a very overrated position. I guess I want to ask you guys, what is overrated for you guys?
Wait, hold on. What about... So I'm assuming, like, when you say riding, you're talking about, like, regular. What about, like, reverse cowgirl?
I don't like being on top. I don't like being on top.
I like to be on top, but I don't like to be, like, in that froggy squat position. I don't like
legs
that.
Start hurting.
Niggas,
legs start hurting?
my legs be hurt for the next 2 days.
Nah, so the nigga got to guide your shit like,
hey. It's a lot of fucking work.
No, that ain't it?
No, it's a lot of work. So I really don't like being
that,
on top.
That froggy position is overrated for me. I can't do it. And I'm not a huge fan of doggy style either. But I just...
What do you do?
Why? Wait, why not?
I like
Why not?
missionary. Like, I like...
Oh, my
to,
God.
I like
you
to
mad
feel
at love.
emotional.
Boring.
And like...
No, I love dick from the
me.
back.
Yeah, you got a big ass.
I know. I do. I like fucking from the back, and that's it. I'll do that the whole time, honestly. Like,
can you come like that?
Oh, I be shivering like hell with 24/7. That's why that nigga dick. Like, I had to tell him, I was like, you know, we gonna be fucking forever, right? Like, we've already been fucking 4 years, and it's to the point. Like, mind you, we fuck with condoms. We've been fucking for 4 years, and it's still to the point where when we fuck, I feel like, how do you keep getting better?
Yeah.
How do we still have this chemistry in the bedroom to where I'm coming multiple times and it's good? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
4 years in the comments.
She is over here blushing, reminiscing.
Like, nigga, I went to...
That's your boyfriend.
No, he's not my boyfriend.
That's your boyfriend.
He's not my nigga at all. Like, but his dick is just that good, and because I know, like, I'm going to be pleased every time I have sex with him, it's just like, I don't even need to be out here just fucking random niggas. Like, if I'm not getting anything out of it, like, especially if a nigga want to come to me and all he's offering is dick, I don't need no fuck buddy, no sex friend, no none of that, because that job is already taken, fulfilled, and he's doing a great job at it.
Right.
He's being promoted.
So, wait. So what makes you want to fuck somebody else?
So what makes me want to fuck someone else is normally if there's a connection clearly outside of the bedroom. So if I have a connection with them on maybe an intellectual level, or I do see them as maybe this could be a future partner for me, to where other people, I think I am more zoned in on looking at them as a partner. So if I find someone who I see as potentially going to be my boyfriend, right. then I'll start having those conversations with him more. But I'm not having sex with a nigga just because he want to fuck. It's like, nah, I already got somebody for that, bro. And I'll let him know, like, sorry, that role's already taken.
Sounds good.
Like, so I'm not just having casual sex anymore. Like, at one point I was, but now he's consistent enough and gives me the dick a good, like, weekly to where I don't need to just be having sex with someone else. And I have, veered away and had sex with, and I'm like, why?
You regretted it?
Why? And like, I don't want to. I'm too old to be regretting sex. I'm too old to be regretting having sex with someone. So now I just be a little bit more picky.
Yeah, selective.
You know, a little selective. You know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So, what about for you? Overrated.
What's an overrated?
So like, should be overrated like when everybody's different. So like,
clearly,
women take dick differently. So like, sometimes you hitting the back shots, but the pussy's mad small. I don't know if you understand.
Wait, a small pussy?
I don't know. It's different. It'd be different. So like, pussies be small sometimes.
They just don't be as deep.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is.
You hitting a bone and they're like, yo, chill. And it's like, oh, this is trash.
There's not a bone in the pussy. I guarantee you that.
No, so like, it's not a bone, but.
I'm going to tell you, you're not hitting
it's not a bone. Something's getting hit. I don't know if it's her heart. I don't know.
You're not hitting none of that shit. You might need to do an anatomy class.
Behind the pelvic bone.
You're not reaching the pelvis, nigga. I'm telling you now. Your dick ain't that long, bruh.
No, so it depends on the position. So I'm not saying I'm hitting the pelvic bone, but I'm hitting something.
You know the pelvic bone is
hurts.
up here, right? Like, do you know what
nigga, I know exactly.
Pelvic bone is like your hips, nigga.
I'm Dominican.
What that mean? Jesus. That's why I don't deal with Dominican niggas. So they just say I'm Dominican like it means anything.
Word.
I'm Dominican, so I don't know anatomy. Got you. Okay, good to know.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not falling short. So, like, so what I'm trying to say is, like, it depends on the woman. So, like, sometimes back shots are trash. Sometimes when you throw the legs all the way up, nah, that one always hits. Hold on. Or when they're laying down, but you have them on their side.
But I think you're more so comparing a position being overrated depending on the partner and depending on.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
To
me,
subjective.
no, it don't matter what partner you are. I don't like riding dick.
Yeah.
I don't care how big your dick is, how small it is, how much you make me come. I don't like riding dick. It's fucking overrated in my fucking opinion. So,
you got it.
You know.
I'm not trying to even...
I ain't mad. I like riding, but the froggy, I can't do it.
The froggy, no. The froggy is hard.
I feel like, am I at the gym or is this supposed to be enjoyable? Because it's not.
Because you, froggy.
No, so the next card that I decided to pick is how to pick a girl for a threesome. So with that, it's odd too because me and my co-host are very different in this sense. But because it's been a recent topic, I decided to choose it because me and the guy who I'm fucking, I would love to have a threesome with him. But in terms of picking in the girl, that's become the problem.
Right.
So I don't necessarily know if I want him to bring in someone who he's dealing with too because I don't know their relationship. But also when it comes to me bringing in a girl, I'm being very picky because I don't know if I want her to be local because I feel like you can't keep people from connecting. There's social media now, and that was an issue I had before. I brought a friend into a threesome, and the dick was so good, clearly why he was getting a threesome, she wanted to keep fucking the guy. And
sheesh, messy.
She decided to keep fucking him without me. And so, I mean, because this was just a guy I was fucking at, I couldn't really say nothing, but it was just
that's
like,
whack. Fuck that.
To me, it was kind of whack. So to me,
that's whack.
To me, I don't want to be in that situation again. So it's like, okay, I want the girl to be maybe not local. And then it's also the decision if you go with someone who's a friend or do I find someone through dating apps to bring into the bedroom with me and him. I think there's a lot of ways to go about picking a girl for a threesome. You can go the friend route. I've fucked a lot of my friends, so I'll bring them into the bedroom as long as there's a clear line as to your relationship with the person and what the boundaries are. You can go online as well to seek a girl for a threesome. We're adamant on sex workers, so you could always pay a girl to come into the bedroom with you and your partner. And 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you know they're only there for a job. You don't have to really worry about anything else. And a lot of times, sex workers are probably more clean than regular people having casual sex because they have to get tested. That's their job.
Right.
And so that's also an option. I think it very much depends, though, again, and we say it all the time, communication. So it depends what you're seeking. Also, to me, I like to give head a lot. So to me, being in a threesome with a girl who might not eat pussy isn't a deal breaker for me. But there are people who feel like everyone needs to be involved doing everything.
Yeah.
So if you go and seek a girl who wants to have a threesome, you might need to open up like, well, girl, do you eat pussy? Is you finna be eating my pussy? Or am I going to be doing all the work? Or even if it's a girl who likes other girls. All of that needs to be kind of talked before you invite the girl into the threesome.
Gotcha.
I feel like
makes sense.
You're more than welcome to just watch since I know you're vanilla though. So.
Listen, I'm not gonna be vanilla any longer.
Yeah,
okay, I am determined.
I heard you.
I'm gonna check in with you. Like, you know what I did today?
No,
nothing.
Word, right?
I watched porno.
Right. Ooh.
If I'm picking, I want whoever I'm dealing with to pick. I want everybody to be comfortable.
Interesting. Okay.
And a lot of times, whether if it's confidence, self-confidence, I want my partner to pick whoever it is because I want her to be comfortable. Because if you're uncomfortable, it's gonna be trash and just throw the whole.
No,
agreed,
away. Agreed.
Like, so I need everybody to be comfortable. I'm gonna be comfortable regardless because there's wild pussy around. So like, I'm straight. But I also don't want you to be petty. Like, oh, you're gonna pick like an ugly joint. Cause don't do that. 'Cause two fives make a dime, but I'm not with that. Like, I want everybody to be attractive in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need shit to be.
Well, that's
lit.
the thing too. Yeah, I've had a guy bring a girl into a threesome. Like my most recent threesome that I had was actually with his baby mom.
Ooh.
But it was fun. I had a great fucking time. I'm not gonna lie. And it was actually too. I don't know why I trusted him so much because he was like, yeah, my baby mama, she fine. She got long hair and a fatty. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go. I guess I just really wanted a threesome. I didn't even ask for a picture before.
But you wildin'.
I know I didn't. But I mean, I was like, that's your baby mama. I had confidence in him. I trusted him to be bagging bomb-ass bitches. So I was like, all right, bet. And she was nice. It was a great time. It was fun. I had a good time. And he made me, even though they had their past, like clearly their relationship, they had a few kids together. He was very intimate with me because he wasn't with his baby mom. Now they just clearly still fuck. But they weren't together, but he showed me a lot of attention, affection, like was kissing me, wasn't really kissing her. So it still kind of made me feel like, okay, maybe I'm not the one being brought into it.
She didn't feel no type of way? Like,
I don't know if she felt any type of way. We didn't talk about it. I don't know if she did. Me and him had been together maybe 3 nights prior to this though. Like, so I had already spent like damn near a day and a half with him.
Right.
And then it just so happened like a couple days later, he was like, my baby mama want a threesome, you down? And I was like, you know what? Sure. Let's go. And like, it started like they came and picked me up. And so I was sitting in the back seat and he was driving and she leaned over and started sucking his dick. And while she was sucking his dick, he's like 6'11". So he was reaching his arm into the back seat and like rubbing on my leg. And so that kind of started in the car.
Wait, so you did a threesome in the Escalade?
No. It started in the car. And then when we got to the house, we was like rolling blunts, passing the blunts, drink, you know, the wine bottle. He didn't have a wine opener, so that didn't happen. But we was just passing blunts with each other. And then it went from us passing blunts to her sucking his dick right there. And then it just started that way. And it was great. It was fun. But again, like, I think it just all depends on the vibe, too.
Yeah.
Like,
so, niggas, you hear that? Go get you a baby mother.
No, that's not what
And my baby father better not hit me up with that bullshit.
Go get you a baby mother and a can opener.
That was a special case, for sure.
So, Mandii, where can they find you?
Oh, damn. I forgot these really is 30-minute episodes. Mm-hmm. We got to get your shit popping to an hour. If you guys want to listen to, I guess, more conversations like this, these are conversations that need to be had amongst Hispanics, the Black community, amongst all communities. If you guys want to tune in, you can listen to the Whoreible Decisions Podcast. That's whore spelled with a WHORE. We are everywhere you listen to your favorite podcast and where you listen to this podcast. And then you guys can also catch me on social media at Full Court Pumps. We have a lot of things coming up with Whoreible Decisions. And so if you guys are looking to add a new podcast to your listening list of things, we drop every Monday, so it's a weekly podcast, and we talk about all these nasty, raunchy things that we just talked about.
Yes, I love them. I just take notes every single time. Don't use the notes.
We gotta get you to start using them notes, sis, because this is really unfortunate.
And I'm gonna be 29. That's sad.
And I ain't even go front. Like, I feel kind of bad that y'all really had this conversation before I got in here, because I was like, I don't really want to go on no more podcasts. I just did literally a run where I was on like 7 different podcasts. And so she hit me where now I'm working and I'm taking a break from that. But then I went and slid through her pictures and I was like, yeah, girl, I'll come on your podcast. And now I'm coming and she's vanilla. She knew not to tell me she was
Shout out
vanilla.
to Pretty Privilege.
You know, pretty
Hey, the PP.
You needed that.
Pretty privilege. I love that. But yeah, guys, check me out at Full Court Pumps on social media. It was a pleasure being here. I think your cover art is super dope.
Thank you.
Also, shout out Gotham Podcast for rocking out with us. I think the audio is for this. I'm glad that you came here with your outline.
Yes.
You're in a studio. You're taking this serious, and I appreciate seeing other podcasts that do that. So I'm super excited to see the growth of this podcast.
Yes, thank you. And Ant, where can they find you?
Well, listen, y'all niggas
Dykeman,
already know.
Dykeman,
Y'all niggas already know. Don't Google me. Don't follow me. But when you see me, say what up. And I might be on Pornhub after this episode.
Man, fuck out of here.
And don't forget, make your next move really the game changer.
Jesus Christ.
Bye, guys.